Sup everyone, this is Elijah with Financial Anatomy, and let me welcome you to another video. This is the channel where we give you the tools to take control of your financial destiny. We talk about side hustles, personal finance, and also apps involving money in any way. And we're going to be covering M1 Finance, specifically how to rebalance your investment portfolio. To give a brief background on M1 Finance, they're an investments brokerage that has an app, and they're very geared towards long-term investing. And many people find them appealing because of their autonomous features. So if that's something that interests you, you can check out some of the other videos I've done on M1 Finance, and you can sign up for them using the link in the description below or in the pinned comment. Based on the promotion they're running at this time, you can get between $5 and $30 just for signing up and investing with them. With that being said, let's briefly go over what it means to rebalance an investment portfolio. So the way M1 Finance is set up is when you set up a pie or investment portfolio, you can keep your investment portfolio within a certain balance based on what parameters you want on your stocks. So let's take, for instance, you have 3 companies in an investment portfolio. Just thinking off the top of my head, let's say Chase, Walmart, and Sony. Just 3 companies I thought of off the top of my head that are publicly traded. You can actually arrange so that only a certain percentage will go to each one and a greater percentage can go to the last one. So 25% on Sony, 25% to Chase, and 50% on the other one. You can actually set it up that way. But as the stock market goes up and down, and based on the dividends that the companies are paying, just a few other factors, eventually those percentages are going to get a little out of balance. So you may find that you have 30% of Sony and now 20% in Chase because of the market fluctuations. With that being the case, M1 Finance has the option to rebalance your whole portfolio. So it's going to buy and sell shares to get your percentages back in line. So we're going to cover how to do that on the M1 Finance app right now. First, we're going to open up the M1 Finance app. Enter your PIN number, which is what I'm about to do. Once you're at this screen, you want to click on Manage Pie, assuming that you're on the portfolio that you want to rebalance. Hit Manage Pie, and it has an option to rebalance. Click Rebalance, and it's saying during the next trading window, M1 will buy underweight slices and sell overweight slices to bring your pie back to its targets. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Confirm. And poof, rebalance requested, pending rebalance. If I wanted to cancel, I could just hit that cancel button at the top because this is set up for tomorrow, meaning it hasn't gone through yet. Once tomorrow hits, obviously it will be too late. I don't want to cancel, I wanted to go ahead and rebalance, but just so you know how to cancel, you can cancel by pressing that cancel button at the top. Now that we covered how to rebalance, I do want to give a warning on actually doing it. Anytime you rebalance, you need to remember that's a taxable event because M1 Finance is going to sell shares in certain stocks to bring you back in balance. Now, with that being a taxable event, you got to remember that when you sell, you're going to be taxed on those gains. And based on how long you've held those investments, that determines the tax rate. For instance, if you've held those investments longer than a year, then you'll be taxed at the long-term capital gains rate, which is a lot lower. But if you've held those investments less than a year, you'll be taxed at the short-term capital gains rate, which is going to be considerably higher. So this is something you probably don't want to do extremely often. Me personally, I just do it once a year just to bring everything back in balance. But if we're being honest, it's not like mandatory that you do it in the first place. It really just comes down to how do you feel about your investment portfolio being a little out of balance. But if it gets too extreme, then maybe you'll want to go ahead and rebalance because you obviously picked those percentages for a reason. You wanted a certain amount of your money in this stock, or you wanted a certain amount in ETFs or this industry. You did your research, you came up with a balance that you're comfortable with. You don't want it to get too far off that balance, but that doesn't mean you should be rebalancing every 2 seconds because you will pay more money in taxes ultimately. That does it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when we drop another M1 Finance video, and give this video a thumbs up if you found value in it. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to get out there and take control of your financial destiny.